Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you for waiting. Happy Thursday. Let me fix this here. I'm Jen McEwen, your host of our weekly call. This is week number 57. Let's bring on Jesse and Chris. Christopher, what's up? Jesse, what's up?
Hey, good morning.
Hey, guys.
Hello. How's everyone doing today?
Great.
Oh, I'm pretty good. It's been wonderful weather here in Seattle, well, except for today. And also, things are on fire.
That's the story of Seattle. Every day is lovely weather except for today in Seattle, right?
I'm back in the U.S., so I'm glad to be back in front of my multiple monitors in my command center, where I have a lot more, actually can get a lot of work done, and just nice to be home, So, yeah.
Yeah, you are back in the U.S. of A. And came back to Seattle at the perfect time.
Yeah.
Great weather. And apparently, there's just been wonderful, except for some reason today, I guess, the universe just wants us to stay in because we have things that we're shipping. So it just says, you know what? Because summertime is beautiful here. And it's just like, don't get tempted. Just stay inside. You got some stuff to ship. I think that's what's going on. Thank you, universe.
Probably. It's telling you back to work. Back to work, everybody.
You're looking fresh. I know last week you were jet lag, so yeah.
I'm definitely feeling much more kind of over the jet lag, and still working on putting together my ultimate streaming studio, meaning an afternoon at the hardware store. But I ran into some electrical problems and decided to call somebody who knew what the hell they were doing. So I'm trying not to burn down just the cigars, not the whole room. So hopefully one more week and I'll have the whole streaming setup ready to go.
I gotta set mine up too. I have a decent camera here and I still look blurry. You guys are very crisp. I don't know what's going on here.
I might be too crisp. I was noting to Jesse earlier that, like, you can tell I haven't shaved. You can see every single piece of stubble. So I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'm going to say don't wish for too much crispness.
Don't wish. Okay, I don't want too much high def. Yeah, well, I want a little bit more. I don't have any I don't know. I just feel like I'm out of focus, but I will figure it out. Maybe.
Well, I mean, everybody says Elizabeth Taylor was beautiful, but remember, there was only 360p in her day, maybe 240p. There weren't that many pixels. Put her in 8K, and we'll see what we think.
Yeah, that's true. I put on super high def, and you guys are like, "Whoa, shit!" Did not know that's what I was getting myself into. Okay, guys, enough about high def. Let's get into the this week's agenda here. Okay, so it is our 57th call.
Yeah.
As you can see, we've got a hashtag Mexico Minado UPT, so mining UPT. That is our country of the week. And we have a guest, Lucas. So Lucas we'll bring on a little bit later, but is our ambassador in Brazil and was one of the entrants for our super earn bounty or whatever campaign where you share how you talk about DPIN and UpRock and the whole space. So we'll bring him on in a bit. Really excited to have Sasha, I just saw Sasha on the screen, so that's what I was thinking. It's really excited to have Lucas as one of our country ambassadors and learn more about him. So let's go into the agenda. Jesse will give us a recap of his last week in Da Nang in Vietnam for Salana Summit, APAC recap. We will go over our country of the week, which is Mexico. We will welcome Lucas. We have some product updates, and then we're out of here.
Yeah, sounds good.
And
what's up, Cowcats?
Cowcats, nice. Hey, Keeper. I love that kitty.
Yeah, that's a good one right there.
That's a good one. Do you guys want to? As a reminder, here's mine. I love mine. She looks like she's she's making her country album intergalactic debut.
It's funny you say that, because when I first saw the one you picked, I don't know if I actually ever said this to you, but I almost said hey, are you doing like a Hunter S. Thompson, but instead of being Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, it's like Fear and Loathing in the Metaverse?
Oh, hey, I like that too. There we go. I'll use that. She's got duality. She could be many things at once. Okay, so let's get into it. Jesse, tell us about.
Yeah.
You just talked to us about this last week, but tell us more. Okay, so.
Well.
Yeah, about that.
First, quick shout out to everyone who's just tuning in, because it looks like, as usual, people from all over the world. So that's pretty awesome. Hey, Chris, hi, Jen, hi, Jesse. Yeah, thank you.
Oh yes, let's do this first. Let's say hi to everybody.
A bunch of people coming in. Pretty awesome. Looks like from Mexico, from India, from all over the world as usual, which is awesome to see. I like the beards.
We've got love from India.
Nice. Yeah.
And hola Mexicanos en el chat. So hello to our fellow North Americans. Okay. Cool. Well, hey guys, thanks so much for coming this week. Very excited to have everybody see the familiar faces and see a bunch of new faces. And I'm very happy to see some D Pioneers cats.
Yeah, that's great.
So love seeing that.
Let me put that in the chat real quick. Yeah, so D Pioneers is a DPIN NFT. It's a community building. It's a community. It's people who are bullish on the whole DPIN. And it's just projects that we love. So it's a lot of partners, a lot of cool people who are building just cool stuff in the DPIN space. And you buy the DPIN NFT, you get benefits for that. And that's what it's about. So I'll just put that link in the group. It's a great way for us to build collaboration for like-minded companies and friends in the space. And then there's those companies that are part of it that were in that community also do to give some benefits to folks who have the NFT itself. And it's actually backed by DPIN tokens, including UpRock. And if you hold the NFT, we have a liquid staking token that's part of it, so that just by holding an NFT, you also get UPT rewards every month. We actually put UPT in there. It's like almost like staking. So just by holding NFT, it's like having a stake on UPT in a UPT node, I guess, or a validator. We treat it the same way, where we actually send UPT to that pool. So anyone who has an NFT will actually see the number of DPIN tokens in that NFT grow every month. So it's pretty cool. But beyond that, it's just an awesome NFT. It's Cowboy Cat. So it's a great PFP. It just signals your bullishness on DPIN space. I think it's the most popular DPIN NFT out there. So yeah, that's where you can learn more about it, dpioneers.com.
All right. Boom.
Yeah, so Solana APAC, Jen. Yeah,
let's talk about.
So you get so let's just summarize in a sentence here.
Yeah,
you got to go and hang out in Vietnam for half a week while I had to stay at the office again. Somehow something doesn't add up here.
Yeah, I'm really this is awesome for me. First, my first time in Vietnam. So shout out to the Salana Summit, Solana super team in Vietnam. Also the DPIN crew. They were also the co-hosts that really helped organize the whole event. So they were amazing. We have a whole Telegram chat with them, and they were just awesome. They created a Solana VIP DPIN dinner where it got together all the founders that showed up and do the speakers and everything. So that was amazing networking. This is my first time in Vietnam, so that was just great to be there. And we're in a coastal town, so we were in Ho Chi Minh, the major cities, but this is like the beach town of Vietnam. And it was just amazing. So still like a lot of energy there. And I think the super team, just like the Bangalore, the India super team, Solana is just kind of getting started with the community events, and they're really ramping up hard this year and beyond. Same thing with, I think, the Vietnam team, the DPIN. I think they started last year. They really formed together. And this is the first big event, and they have other big events coming. I think they just landed a big deal. Right when I left, they mentioned that they got a big sponsorship secured for their next big Asia event. So really excited about that. And it's going to be all about DPIN. So UpRock is definitely invited, and we'll be front and center. This time we got to do the talks. We got a panel. I was on one of the panels around DPIN, so that was recorded, and that'll be coming live soon, published soon. Again, we got to do a showcase, so I got a chance to. We had basically a workshop / I don't know, like a DPIN, called a House of DPIN, where about half a dozen companies were invited to present to anyone interested at the super team offices in Vietnam, and so that was pretty cool. And then just made a lot of really good connections. So, crypto, crypto is huge in Asia, and it's sometimes when you're in the Western side of the world, you can be in your own bubble. So it really matters to go over there and talk to. It's a totally different network of people there. So, but a lot of the volume is in Asia. So all the biggest exchanges are in Korea and China and Asia and Vietnam and all those places. And you really just have to be there because it's a totally different set of people to talk to. Because we are, it's always in our plans to get listed in other countries. I mean, different exchanges, especially the Chinese ones and the Korean ones. And so I got to meet a lot of connections there, which is awesome. And we're continuing to build that up and cooking there. What else? And also just being able to talk to some of the DeepIn scare, because just like India, there's a lot of people building DeepIn projects in Asia, and it just makes business deals move a lot faster if you actually talk to people in person. And there's also a lot of companies who are building AI projects and in the crypto space, and a lot of them are building like headless browsers or AI. A lot of them are building AI agents. They're doing some stuff on-chain or off-chain. They all have a need to use either the Web 2 space where they use proxies, or some need to be able to crawl the internet at AI scale. So that was really awesome to see that we have more opportunities to do like B2B deals with our web scraper or web crawler powered by our UpRock community. So that was cool. Like BitDoc. So yeah, so we got to meet with like Chain Atlas, BitDoctor.ai, Magic Blocks at XYZ, the Anakoi founder, Sam, he's from the DeepIn space. It was just really great to meet a bunch of people. Met a bunch of funds as well. I'm always constantly pitching. There's a few companies out there that are looking at, they have liquid token funds. They're ready and looking at companies that are building big things in the DeepIn space. And so I started those conversations very early on in Asia too. So yeah, that's overall great.
Great. Well, it sounds like a wonderful trip. I saw the pictures. We all saw the pictures internally. It looked amazing.
Yeah.
And you were making a joke. Jesse sent us a photo, and I wish I had it here so I could share it with everybody. But he's like, "This is me 5 minutes outside," and he was just like melting. He's like a melted figure.
It's like being in Miami.
What's the ChatGPT? How do you convert 100 degrees? But it felt more like 150. Great weight.
Fahrenheit
8 or something.
Yeah, and then and the funny thing is, you're burning up and it's humid. So even though it's sunny, there's always a threat of like a thunderstorm any second. So imagine the humidity level. It's like almost out the rain, and it's 100 degrees. And then when you go eat, you're having pho, which is also super hot and it's spicy. So I was just constantly sticky. No handshakes, just dapping people. It was like, you don't want to touch my hand right now. Just constant stickiness. It was gross. But overall, it was awesome. And it's super cheap. For being on a gorgeous beach island, or beach resort, coastal town, it is pretty, really affordable, which is, I don't know why I'm in Seattle.
I would love to go to that part. I would love to go to that part of Vietnam sometime. I've only been to the big cities.
My friends that live in Vietnam and have startups there, if they say it's nowhere near as crazy busy as other cities. So this is really, compared to most major Vietnam cities, these is pretty quiet. But I don't know. I felt like there's still a lot of energy there. And yeah, and the thing is, I used to have businesses in Asia. It really makes a big difference to do things in person in Asia.
Yeah, especially in Asia.
Yeah, it matters a lot, especially and also in countries like in Korea. It's really hard to do business in Korea and Japan. And so this wasn't just APAC companies in Vietnam. People flew in from all over Asia and all around the world too. But this was an APAC thing.
How is the whole business card ritual shifted though? Because that was always way more important in Asia than everywhere else.
It's all
now
gone.
Everybody's just
all
doing
gone
Telegram.
now. Yeah, it's all gone. It's just Telegram. Hey, let's just scan your.
But I mean, is it still like with 2 hands and hand it over carefully, or it's just like
I use 2 hands, QR code it, and here's my phone.
For those who don't know, this was a real thing, not just a stereotype. I've been in meetings with you guys, especially Japan, where you come in and the most senior people exchange cards, business cards first, 2 hands handed out like this, and like if you're meeting with somebody really important, their assistant will come collect your business card for them, and then we'll place it right in front of the senior person there so that they have it, right there in your line of sight. And everybody's business cards on each side of the table, you have to organize them in front of them by order of seniority so that if they look across the table at you, they know that you respect them enough that the boss's business card is at the top of the the visual top of the stack and stuff. It's like a whole ritual thing. It took me, I was a very white boy. It took me a long time to learn that whole thing. It's kind of sad that's all gone actually, because I don't know, it was kind of cool. It was different.
It was different. It's cool. Yeah, I mean, now it's just shifted to Telegram, but the whole idea of still getting together and like basically breaking bread, getting a drink together, it's still a big deal in Asia. US has a stereotype of when we meet someone, when we travel across the world and we meet people for work, we say literally way too. Our stereotype is we say way too fast. Like, what can you do for me? What can I do for you? Let's get down to business. Like, my name is Jesse. I'm with this company. Let's just start talking about work. Whereas Asia, especially for a big deal, it's a big contract. You do want to go out, talk, drink together, and just get along first, and then slowly start talking about some business stuff. It's a much bigger deal to do that, and that gets so right into the business part of it so early. That's still a big part of Asia, and I think a little combination of both is good. But you have that FaceTime matters a lot, and so yeah.
I would say my experience with that is more they always want to see if the big dumb American with the cowboy hat can really drink a bottle of baijiu, or whether I'm going to pass out after the first shot.
Yeah. If you can't hang for one day, how am I going to do business with you for 5 or 10 years?
Exactly. As if you can't make it out drinking until the sun comes up.
Yeah.
Are you really a worthy business partner?
Exactly.
I feel like no matter where in the world, that rule's a little bit different for me. I don't think anyone, no matter where we are in the world, has that expectation that I'm going to finish a bottle of whiskey with them and hang all night.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for that. Maybe people just can look at me and be like, "Nah, she can't do it. Let's keep her alive." So I'm thankful for that.
I mean, it is a very different reaction. I think you are right. They see you and they're like, we should respect this lady and keep her alive. They see me and Jesse and they're like, haha, Jesse, no offense here. Is he really Asian or is he American Asian? And they see me and they go, I don't think this white boy can drink. Let's see if we can kill him tonight.
Let's see how long we cannot keep them alive.
Yeah, they have not gotten me yet though. Nobody. Oh, Baijiu may be like brake parts cleaner mostly, but it goes down easy.
Yeah, Baijiu's good. I'm just being generous. I don't know. It's not my favorite, but soju.
It's nobody's favorite.
Soju. I have to mix it with yogurt or a soda because after a while it just tastes like water, and that is a very dangerous predicament to find oneself in.
Wait.
Yeah.
Soju with yogurt.
No, yogurt
too. Yogurt. It's the Japanese, Asian.
Like
the sweet drink.
I thought you meant.
You mean yogurt too? Yeah, the yogurt.
Yeah, I was thinking. Sorry, my head went to like literally like.
It's pretty much says
yogurt.
Like yogurt.
Put your soju in. Pudding. It's a little. That's a little. You might want to see somebody about that.
Yeah, no, but the rest of the world, especially in crypto is fun because you do have to. It really is a personal. It's. You do get to know each other through fun events and drinking and eating together, which is great. And then, in the US, if you were to party too hard together or share a bottle together, that's like instant HR violation. So, unless you're in crypto, then it's like, how come we didn't share a bottle together? Then it's actually more of a violation of this business. Like, what the hell? We just didn't even get one shot together. Yeah, which I love about crypto Web3 space. Web2 is a little bit too uptight. It really is way too uptight in the Web2 space. So yeah, but in Asia, you got to do it. You got to play. You got to play the game, and it's fun. And you got to learn the traditions and the customs. And then people love it when you do. Just learn a couple of words. It just shows some respect, and it's great. And I just had so much fun there. So yeah. Anyway, we're going to. So last year we were in. Around the fall, there's a bunch of stuff ramps up for crypto events. It leads right into Solana Breakpoint Abu Dhabi. But there's a bunch before that. A month before is a bunch of Asia events like Korea Blockchain Week. I'm sure Hong Kong will have. I think Hong Kong has a big one for DeepIn. The C DeepIn guys who help host this fund, and the Solana Vietnam team. All the super team company or super team organizations members in Vietnam, in India, and all those places are going to probably ramp up too. So UpRock will be a big part of all those things, and excited to continue those relationships because that's what it's about. So.
All right, great. Yeah. All right, so lots of stuff. Okay, and any new trips coming up in the next couple weeks or next month or so?
I think past two. We have a lot we want to get done with Prism.
Well, so I'm going to I'm going to Solana Apex in Budapest next week. So I think that's probably a hint about what our country is going to be for next week. Mm-hmm. So Jesse, I finally get one. But it's very different than Vietnam. But they do have really fancy coffee there. See, Jen's going to be jealous of this one. They have really fancy coffees there.
They
and great food
do.
And everything else.
They do. And you don't even like coffee. Oh, wait,
I like coffee. The problem is I like coffee too much.
Yeah, you don't even drink coffee, and you're going to be in the coffee lit. I'm so excited for you.
I'm gonna fall off the wagon a little bit and have some coffee while I'm there. It's too good.
Do you guys remember how Chris was 2 weeks ago in New York City after like 3, 4, 5 cups of coffee? It's gonna be him all week. It's gonna be fantastic. Ooh. We're gonna ship so much code. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's great, but it's gonna be a lot.
You got so much code, guys. So many lines of code are going out.
So many lines of code. So many lines.
So Chris is going to be in Budapest, Hungary, and as Reka says, it's we are hungry for Hungary.
Yeah,
cool. So that will be it next week. Very exciting, Chris. All right, so we'll learn more about that next week. We'll talk more. Are you going to actually be in Hungary next Thursday for this stream?
I'm not sure. I have to look at. I'm going on Thursday, so I'll either do the stream before I leave or after I leave.
Okay,
sure.
Cool.
I have to figure out time zones.
Nice. Okay.
Well, either way, we'll hear more about it. And so if you are in Hungary, you got some alpha there for next week's Country Week.
Yep, let's go.
And speaking of Country Weeks, this week, here we go. This week is Mexico. So from June 9th until the 16th, if you are inside the country of Mexico, you get double your earnings. So we've introduced this. Now we know, because we did a recap last week. This will be our 11th country. So we've been doing this for 11 weeks now to just kind of travel around the world and celebrate our community in the many different wonderful nations that they're in. And each week we select a new country. And if you're in that country, you just double your earnings for that week. There's not much you need to do, but you can open the app. You'll see the thing that says, hey, I'm in. Hit it. You'll see our tweet. And that's that. So very excited to have Mexico on board, or as our country this week.
Yeah.
Now, I do want to mention it was mentioned on somebody had tweeted this the other day or had a question. How come I can't use I have my VPN set to the country of the week and I'm not earning? And we mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, but just to reiterate, you've never been able to earn if you're on VPN. And the reason why is because what's valuable to the DeepIn, to the network, is actual real IP addresses. So if you are using a VPN, it's not really helping the network in a way. So in any way, so you have to.
And there's a big but there.
Oh,
you
yes,
can still earn by playing games. You can
Exactly.
still earn by taking surveys. You can still earn with our shopping, and you can still earn with other things that are coming there quickly. So the only thing, if you're on a VPN, some of those background earnings aren't going to be available. And some of them may be in the future, but we're still looking at trying to figure that out. But you can absolutely still earn with the other ways of earning. So it's not, we've tried to really make this is important to us. You can, if you want to use a VPN, and there's good reasons to use a VPN.
Yeah, absolutely.
Places you absolutely can and should use a VPN, and you can still absolutely earn with the VPN on. You're just not going to get all of the same background earnings that you would get.
Exactly. Thank you for the clarification. I should have noted that. It's if you want to just contribute your unused compute That is not going to work if you are on a VPN. Yeah. But you absolutely play the games. And in fact, we'll have an update on that in just a moment. Yeah. Let's see. What do we have highlighted here? Sir Roz is working on a UpRock summer merch challenge that we can tie into Country Weeks. So stay tuned. I'm really excited what that looks like.
Yeah, I mean, a big part of this Country Weeks and the Ambassador program is we also want to encourage, some folks have represented us in different in real life events, like in Nigeria and Jane in Africa and a few others. And we really need to ramp up the merch too. And maybe some heart glasses, and so
maybe some heart glasses, but we need some great shirts. We've been talking about this a lot. So yeah, I'm getting ahead of ourselves here.
Yeah, but
cool summer merch challenge around the corner. Watch.
Yeah, the shirt and something else, some accessory. Tell you what, it's a life hack. Chris and him and I saw it together. Chris always has a cigar and a hat. And when you have that plus some UpRock branding, it's a really good icebreaker because someone will always want to come up to you and compliment the cowboy hat or the cigar or something. For me, it's the heart glasses. And when you're going to an event where there's thousands of people or even just hundreds of people, it really does help to have a little special something, just a peacock a little bit, a little blinged out. And then people will definitely come up to you. It just, you want to maximize how many people you're talking to. And everyone's a little bit nicer to you and want to talk to you when you look like you're having some fun.
The other thing is, especially when an event is about to end, like right before closing time or something like that, right before an event winds down, that's the perfect time to go outside and light a cigar. Because everybody who comes out of that event, well, not everybody who's a smoker, which is a lot of people, let's be honest, everybody's going to need a lighter right when they come out of that event and light up. And then they're going to be standing there and you just offered them a light. Now it's the perfect time to reach out and say, hi, my name's Chris. I'm from UpRock. Yeah. And I mean, just even at that last event we were at in New York, I met 3 new people who we hadn't met yet. I told you 15 minutes before it ended, I'm going to go catch the levers and met 3 new people that way. So
and they're all happening to be in AI. So that's perfect. I think they're all in AI, which is perfect.
Yeah.
That's how this lovely trio got started.
Sharing a cigar.
And I don't even smoke cigars.
We met in Vegas and shared a cigar. Yeah, that's right.
Well, I mean, we each had our own cigar.
I was about to say, Jesse, when you say it like that, it starts to sound a little weird, especially when you start with in Vegas. Oh dear. Oh my.
Yeah, it's not that kind of party. That was a wonderful thing, and you really stood out. So anyway, I have an affinity for Christopher and his cigars because that's how. Well, it's not the only reason why this wonderful friendship over the last 20 years has started, but it was it certainly helped. It was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys, so let's move on. I want to bring on our next stop around the world. We have a new country ambassador.
Nice.
Lucas from Brazil. I'm very excited to have him. So Lucas is it says here, deep visionary, a creative communicator, a storyteller. He's a creative in the Web3 scene, and is he'll tell us more about it. But crypto knowledge and storytelling, and also does marketing and communications. And he participated in our bounty with Super Team Earn, where we asked people to make a video about describing, talking about DPIN, talking about Prism, talking about how UpRock fits in this. And he made a wonderful, wonderful entry, and we loved him a lot. And Roz has been working with Lucas, and now he's become our ambassador for Brazil. To bring that same energy he brought in that video, and he brings into everything he does to help UpRock grow in Brazil. So let's bring Lucas on stage. Let me see here. Lucas, what's up?
Hello, Jam UpRock team. How's everybody?
Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
Yeah, good to see you, man.
Yeah, really excited to be here. Thanks for the opportunity.
Same here.
You all.
Yeah, awesome.
It's really cool to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too as well, and the whole team. I had a really great reception through the community and also from the team. Thanks for that.
Yeah, I like your hat. Nice hat there.
So you are in Brazil, and we just a few weeks ago, we just had Brazil as our country week. Otherwise, we would have done it again today. But it's really exciting to have somebody there to help us like reach the community or reach the market out there. Somebody who's really like on the ground to help us with that. So let's do a quick intro. Why don't you tell us a bit about yourself and how you got started in crypto and DePIN, and maybe move into like how did you find out about UpRock and what excites you about just the space in general, everything that was going on.
All right. So my name is Lucas. I'm born and raised in Brazil. I'm 28 years old. Both of my parents are IT teachers. My mom is a software engineer and my dad is hardware engineer. So I'm pretty much familiar with technology stuff and also an enthusiast. So I used to live in Europe for 6 years, where I had the opportunity to graduate as marketing and advertising. So I had the opportunity to work on a few marketing agencies and Web2 companies in Europe. My Solana journey started back in 2021, really early stage. So I was searching for Web3 games and digital art, NFTs. So I had a chance to follow up the whole development of the ecosystem by itself and observe all the emerging projects over the last 4 years. And I could tell you, like, Solana was and always will be the only blockchain that I had contact with. So back on my experience with Solana work, I also had the pleasure of being a journalist at FOMO magazine, covering all the news and updates in Web3. Exploring all the niches and categories such as DeFi, gaming, DePIN, among others, and also participating into hackathons and official Solana events like Breakpoint increased my experience and connections in the blockchain. So UpRock was a very easy contact to me, honestly, because there was an app that connected me with the project infrastructure with very clear specifications regarding the functionality, the tools, and the purpose. Then I had this opportunity to create content for UpRock through the Super Team Earn program, where I had this opportunity to study and learn more about the protocol.
Cool.
In terms of like my sentiment in Brazil, blockchain education is growing exponentially across the country through the expansion of new Web3 events and also alongside the adoption of technology companies such as IBM and Amazon and others. Since Brazil has a vast network and users between Web2 and Web3, we could notice a massive adoption of users by entertainment apps such as betting, casinos, and sport games. That's why, honestly, I believe there's a huge opportunity for UpRock to stand out in the Brazilian market through the app. And not only by onboarding new users, but it enables the first step in the user's Web3 journey. Also combining a super important educational approach where you guys can mix Solana blockchain, DePIN, and artificial intelligence. So it can like bring the curiosity from the users and people get to know more about UpRock. And it's incredible because you can find all this information through the app. So it's pretty easy. So I can see my responsibility as a UpRock ambassador here in Brazil would be focus and build new communication channels and explore the existing ones. And I have to adapt all the communication and campaigns of UpRock to my native language, to Portuguese, so we can build this integration and education among Brazilian users in order to facilitate instructions. So we have a huge challenge over here, guys, to explore the Brazilian market due to its huge size.
Love it.
But we'll have to work with precision on the metrics and track the growth across the country states.
Yeah.
And we need to create incentives and informational content around UpRock message so we can spread the message all across Brazil.
I love that, guy. Well, Luke is coming in hot with the plans. I love that. That's amazing.
Yeah,
we're very excited. I was just like, we'll do that. We'll do that. I love that you came in like straight away with the plan and the strategy. A strategy, and it sounds like your background. You are kind of a bit of a Renaissance man. So mother in IT, father in hardware, communications, marketing, creative, journalism. Oh my gosh, with AI tools at your fingertips, this is who you need to watch out for. This is your competition. Not just everybody. Like, this is who you watch out for. Yeah. I'm very excited to see what we can do together, and also what we're going to do. But
yes, I appreciate it. I'm really excited for this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Do you find yourself? You know, Vietnam is such a small country I just came from. There's like 3 cities where all the tech stuff happens. America's huge. So when you want to go to tech events, I have to go to, like, we're flying to New York and California back and forth. Brazil's huge. So do you find yourself going to the same main cities, or are you traveling a lot? Like, where is all the major Solana events happening now? Or there's a lot of local events happening? And where do you see that? Where do you see that evolving over the next year?
Yeah, Brazil is huge. We have over 25 states around the country. And in terms of like blockchain events, they always host blockchain events in the major states and cities, such as São Paulo and Rio de Janeiro. I even went to Token Nation, which was a huge conference about Web3 in general. So we had a lot of other blockchains into their presence, and many speakers, people talking about not only about AI, Web3 gaming, tokenomics, and about staking protocols. So it was incredible, and we can see this growth exponentially. Every semester we have a new conference, a new event. And the thing is, there's a lot of misunderstood because we are trying to shoot all kind of informations all at once. So we need to organize better what blockchain consists, what kind of protocols are in, which kind of companies host these events, what projects in. So I believe this is a huge opportunity to Solana to mark their word here. And we even are coming back with the Super Team Brazil over here. We tried it before, and now we are back this year, so we can like help and give support to other teams and projects that want to come to Brazil as well.
Oh, nice. That's cool. Yeah, I think Super Team is really kicking it up and like taking next level this past year. I really felt that too. Like they seem to be really doing that and that group is really great because in crypto, you know, people always, you know, we get DM'd all the time of like, you know, people
who want us to say they have a group of influencers and whatever, and it's usually kind of
Super Team's always
it's
like,
low effort
for you. How can I help you? And they just have a really good mentality, and they always want to help people build. And I think that's why that team grows so strong, and it's a good collection of people. So that's awesome that you're part of that too.
And also, I just want to make an additional information about the content creators in Brazil. We are so addicted to that kind of easy information by scrolling social networks such as Instagram, TikToks. And we have all this kind of like marketing promotion around campaigns and technology things, investments, financial education. So I can see this growth about not only Solana, but Web3 projects where people can contribute, where people can participate, engage, and earn rewards. That's why I can found a huge opportunity for UpRock to scale over Brazil.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, we need to do more with video and also do more on YouTube and TikTok specifically, because there's a lot of communities out there we're not reaching, and especially in Portuguese language where you can help a lot, because it also really matters to localize the message, and you'll be a big help there too. Because we want to reach communities where people are at, where the audience is at, and we don't do anything on TikTok. We're growing our YouTube, but even there we can do a lot more too.
Definitely. Yeah. And I'm here for the mission.
Let's go.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah, man. Awesome.
Okay, so where can we find you? It's I just had it up, but I can't, for some reason I'm having a trouble leaving a comment right now. So you are on x.com/7Lucas Neves, 7 backwards. Let me put this in the link. If I can't do it, then why don't you? Well, here, Jesse, I'll give you the.
I got it right here.
And we'll put that in there. we're super, like I said, we're super stoked. And you know what? I think maybe a team trip, or at least a couple of us, or even just me, I've never been to Brazil. Maybe a trip down to Brazil is in order. I do love your cheesy bread and your barbecue. I'm sure everybody says this, but I do love it. So that alone is a good reason to go, but even better to see Lucas.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen, guys. It would be a pleasure to welcome you.
Chris, you've been there, Brazil, a couple of cities, right? You mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, I love Brazil. We used to be a different company back in the day. We worked with one of the telecoms down there, cables down from Miami. So more of the tropical cities. But I've certainly been to Sao Paulo. It's great, and I would love to get to Rio de Janeiro. Everybody's not many people who have been to Brazil have been to Rio de Janeiro. It's, I guess, maybe one of the most touristic cities, or one of the gems architecturally and so on. So I'd love to get down there sometime and see that.
Yeah. Jay, why don't you just bring up the slide? Because I'm getting an error too, so it must be something with.
Okay, there must be something with the.
Just show the deck real quick, and there you go. Yeah.
Boom. Okay, here we go. Let me just make this.
There's give him a good follow, right?
Yeah.
X.com.
Absolutely, Lucas. It's awesome. Nice to meet you.
So it's x.com /7 Lucas at Neves, which is 7 backwards. So Neves. And then you'll also see a post about him on our Instagram, our x.com /UpRock.
We need to be posting on our Instagram, but that's another conversation.
Yeah.
Yes, we definitely need to be posting on Instagram. I know that you don't use the gram, but a
lot of people do.
People do. A lot of people do. Our ideal customers use the gram.
I know.
Especially in the Americas. It's weird, actually. Are you a secret European, Jen? Because you're not really on the gram. But I feel like there is, obviously people in Europe use Instagram. I'm not saying they don't. But I feel like there's a big difference. It's not just North America. It's South America, too. I see Instagram is still super popular in Brazil and Argentina and Chile.
Oh, is it?
I mean, Lucas, correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe people in their 20s aren't using it, but I think people are still using it even in their 20s and stuff. Certainly, older people are using Instagram a lot, all throughout the Americas. Whereas Europe, it's like some people have it, but it's not nearly as much.
Yeah,
I'm just a lurker, I just finally started retweeting to, because I don't want Sir Ross to get upset with me, but I've been starting to be more active on X. For a long time, I resisted. I was on private. He's like, get off private. You need to. And so I finally did it. And you know what else I did? I got myself a blue badge on X too. So next is actually tweeting stuff and not just quote retweeting. But I don't know. I am certainly not the person to talk to about what is the popular social media network, because I'm just too shy and I'm just creep. I just follow people.
You're a lurker.
I'm a lurker.
Sure. But we will definitely. The nice thing about a lot of these apps is what's popular is the portrait mode content, for stories and things like that. Yeah. So it's a lot easier now to actually create content for all the channels. Each one's a little different. Like Instagram, there's certain types of content that wins there versus TikTok. But we definitely want to be where the audiences are, and it's hard to do that by ourselves. So this is why having your help, Lucas, and being able to expand the content and being able to reach different communities, it's a big deal. And also using the AI tools to even create content faster and doing it in a smarter way. So and so it's gonna be awesome. Really look welcome aboard and appreciate you being on the team, man. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thank you so much, Lucas. Everybody give him a follow and say hi to him on X and Discord, wherever you see him. And we will talk to you more over as time goes by. So thank you so much, Lucas, for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for the chat.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
appreciate
it. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Okay, guys, that was great. Oh gosh, they talk about like a jack of all trades.
Yeah, that's great. That's what you have to be now, I think, with this day and age, to learn to know a little bit about a lot of things, so you can really move fast in the digital space. Yeah.
If I were just entering the job market right now, and I saw that guy competing for the same job, I'm like, oh shit. I used to say, that, and I'm not saying that he's an ideas guy. Obviously, Lucas is way more than an ideas guy. But I used to say, oh, if somebody says, oh, I'm the ideas guy on the team, like, oh, okay, so you're just telling me you're the most useless person on the team because everybody has an idea.
Yeah.
And again, Lucas is more than is not just an ideas guy. Obviously, he could do everything. But what's important is that can you execute?
Yeah.
And now it's like, I think the ideas guy might just be the most important person on the team. With all AI, now they are no longer constrained with, they're no longer held back by not knowing how to code or not knowing how to make a video or anything. Like now this is their powerful tool, and now they have AI to make that happen. So it's the ideas guy era.
Yeah, if you still can't execute now, it's really bad. That's what I can say.
You just say that because we finally taught Jesse how to code.
If you can't
rewind 20 years and rethink how you feel about the ideas guy.
Jesse's been coding a long time, but now he can go a lot faster. So be afraid, Christopher. You can't say no anymore. He can just work around you.
Yeah, I think
this is great. I'm thrilled by this. I am genuinely thrilled by this. Let me tell you, Jess, when was the last time you asked me about like an NPM error? It's been probably a couple of years. Let me tell you, I'm happy. I never need to be asked about another NPM error. I'm okay. Ask ChatGPT. Like, it knows how to fix those.
Okay, by the way, I want to let everyone know who's listening in. The three of us can no longer see anyone's comments, and we're still at the same viewer rate, so we have no idea who's still there and who's talking. So we're not ignoring you, we just can't see you. We're streaming blind at the moment, so please forgive us.
You know what, let me go ahead and take me down for a second. I'm going to try restarting the program, see if I can start getting comments again.
You're gonna, okay, all right.
I'm going to leave for a moment. Take me off. I'm going to leave for a moment and try.
I just cut him off. Oops. All right. Well, while Chris is doing that, trying to get our comments back, we have a product update. So this is on Android. It is it was in beta, but we're waiting for approval from Google Play. But we have a new game provider. The thing is, though, that you won't see this if you're in the United States. So this is a limited release. Only a certain limited number of countries are getting this. And that's just usually how we do too. We're doing a limited rollout. But we're very excited to have this new game provider in addition to the other game provider that we have. So there's a lot of titles there. And
the key, Jen, there is like the US already sees a lot of offers. This is the point. There's other countries in the world where they were seeing nothing. And so we're trying to bring on more offers. And this is actually the most important thing about this. So it's not that we're not showing the US. It's actually we brought this publisher on because other countries like in India and even like in Romania, places where you would like look at the offers and you would see no games, or you just see one or two. And so a lot of companies specialize. Every company has different partnerships with different game providers. And so we're going to bring on several more, but this one's a good one because it has offers in games in countries where we didn't even have anything yet. No inventory. So this is what's good. So if you guys, we're going to keep doing more. If you're still not seeing that many games or offers for you in your country, we'd love to hear from you. Love to know that. So leave that in the comments or send us an email or Discord, because the more of those signals we can get, that we know where to prioritize and which companies we need to focus on to bring on more partnerships so that you can have more ways to earn, because these games and offers are really lucrative. Like the amount of the UPT you can actually earn from just doing things you're already on your phone, which is playing games. A lot of people do that, or downloading apps that you already have. If you do them through UpRock, you're already going to earn the in-game points that you're doing, but you're also going to earn a little bit of residual income and UPT. So you might as well do it through UpRock because we're securing really good deals. So let us know if you're still not seeing anything. We want to know that right away, because we're going to prioritize your country on how to get more offers for you. But yeah, this is just a step toward that progress.
Yep, very excited to have this out. I'm in the US, so I don't see these offers, but you should see them pretty soon.
Yep.
And so this is what's going to look like for you. It is the provider is called Greedy Game, and you will see if you are available. If you can see both of our providers, you'll see 2 options in the app. When you open it, you'll be when you go to the game section, you'll be able to choose which provider you want to go to. But if you don't have the first one, then you'll see this one. And if you don't see either, like Jesse said, let us know, because we want you to have some games. They're fun. And also included in this update, we've cleaned up some old and unused features to improve the overall efficiency of the app, improve background processing for reliable task handling, even when the app is not actively open. And of course, as we just mentioned, a broader selection of games. So you can play games no matter where in the world you are.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Jess, you know what? I just got a message from Chris. Chris can't get back online.
So there's a slight glitch today. I'm already looking on XGen that we are still live. So let's just go through we have a couple of starred questions from the community.
Well, real quick, what's happening is the StreamYard's load balancers, as he says, seem to be broken. So there are no healthy upstream. He's not getting any healthy upstream errors. So whatever you do, don't log off.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on it. Okay.
Okay. Do we have? How about a Prism update here?
Well, no. Let's go through the product update, because there's questions too. So that's what I'm saying.
I can't even see them.
Oh, I can see them. So let me go through them real quick. We have a few starred questions that Rika actually starred. We have one that says, let's see if I can highlight it. There you go. Do I have to do something every day in UpRock to earn from it? So there's 2 types of tasks. There's passive and there's active. With the passive task is the earn rate, which we are working on a new feature coming very soon called Rocket Booster, where you can actually boost your earn rate. But that is a passive task. What that means is when you have the app installed, we actually are able to use your unused bandwidth, and that's the core message here. Use your unused bandwidth or unused internet, and we can sell that data on your behalf, not your personal stuff, and then you give you rev share. And that powers the Prism product that we're going to talk about a little bit. That is a passive task, so you just have to keep the app open. We send you push notifications once in a while, because on iOS and Android, the operating system itself does tend to kill the app once in a while. So if your app's not, even if it's not working in the background, then we can't send you any tasks to earn. So a lot of times just keeping the app or checking it once in a while, checking your wallet, making sure you tap on the notifications, all those things just help make sure that the app is actually running, so we can actually send you jobs in the background where you don't have to do anything. These are just tasks, background tasks, and then you can start earning. So keep in mind, that's really important, especially if you're using iOS, but even Android, just check once in a while, tap that notification, check your wallet. Those things help a lot. Beyond that, really the biggest way you can boost is doing things that you're already doing on your phone, but do it through UpRock. So when you shop or play games or do surveys, if you're doing those things for you, like giving company feedback, a lot of times we have a lot of partnerships with survey companies. If you do that through UpRock, we've already secured really amazing deals, so where you can get a lot more rewards by doing that through UpRock, the app. So there's a whole list of offers, and if you don't see anything there, we are working more to have that increase the inventory. But we'd love to hear from you if you're not. Otherwise, just check that out. Go to the reward section. You'll see many ways to earn, and you'll see the reward and the payouts are huge. They're really big deal for some of these things, especially for shopping and some of the apps. So that's another way you can boost your rewards. Beyond that, we have heavy tasks coming. That's another question coming up. I'll explain that in a second. And we're working really, like, the big thing we're cooking on right now is how do you increase your passive earn rate? How do you actually do something about it? So we're really excited about that. That program is called Rocket Booster, and we've been talking about it for a few weeks, but I think really hopefully coming out this summer. So that's going to be, I think, a huge transformational way to experience the whole UI of the UpRock experience, and where you really feel empowered and know how to. That's the biggest question people always have, is like, how do I change our earn rate? So there's that one. Solana study is more live. Yep. So same issue here. As Rika mentioned, you want to enable notifications, because if we want to send you a task, the best way is for to ping your device and like turn on your app, and so we can send you that task, send you that job. One of the easiest way to do that is notification. So if you enable that, then that means when you see that notification, it's because we have a task ready and we want to send you a job to your device. So if you hit that notification button, then we can actually send you that thing, because we can actually keep the app running, and you get your earn rate gets boosted. Heavier task. We do have a partnership with DATS. They take their company, the customers that they have are like banks of Turkey. It's like having a contract with a telecom company. They take a long time to secure, but every week we are pushing updates in the clients that support heavier tasks in the background, and DATS is a big one. And so some people are getting some of them right now, but they're not fully online yet until, it's a heavy process. And also it will be opt-in, because some devices, especially on Android or even iOS, older ones, it can kill your battery. So we want you to opt in and be aware that this happens. And if you're going to turn it on, you can just keep it on at phone, plug it into your wall while you sleep, and you can earn extra while you're sleeping. So that'd be good. Okay, Jen, are you able to see the some of the starred comments yet, or no? Not all.
These are just you already answered some of these. And lastly, another way to earn is through your referral link. Yeah. So if you invite family and friends, or just enemies, even, I don't know, but anybody if they sign up using your referral link and then they start earning, you will earn some kickback from their earnings. So that's another way to earn. And then we're also doing a reworking of our referral program. So there'll be many other ways with the referral program as well. Things like milestones. And if you earn a certain badge for reaching that milestone, could increase your earn rate. But that's in the works currently at the moment. If you invite people and they sign up and start earning, you get a kickback of their earnings.
Yeah, perfect.
So cool. Those are the ways. And guys, honestly, I'm so sorry. I know there's probably more questions in the chat, but we really just can't see them. So I just pinged the team internally to ask them if there's anything that we're missing. But if we have missed it, please accept my sincere apologies. It's not on purpose. We just can't see it. And we can start a list so we can do a Q&A next week, which is actually what we talked about last week. Is at the end of the show, we're going to start a new segment where we can do Q&As.
Sounds good.
So it's kind of odd, Jesse. I feel very lonely right now. It's just you and me, and
yeah, I know.
They're like, there's nobody here. I know they're there, but I can't see them.
It's sorry, Chris. No healthy upstream. Yeah, he's getting a looks like it's a StreamYard. The software we use is called StreamYard, but I'm seeing we're still up on next. So let's just keep it going, Jen. We're moving.
Well, I don't know what else we have. We have a Prism update.
Yeah, so we can just
here we go.
And then let's just wrap it up then. But we have a Prism update. So same thing here. We would love to get your feedback. We talked about this last week. Signups have been live for 2 weeks since New York Accelerate. We'd love to see if you guys actually try it out and use it. We are getting feedback from it. The next steps for us is with the status pages. We are updating the heat map this week. So we got a bunch of commits we're checking through just to make the DPIN powered uptime and status pages look better and more useful. So we have a heat map that tells you just very at a good glance what's going on in different countries and cities. The email templates, that was a big one. If you sign up for Prism, you're still getting UpRock emails. We're actually switching that over, and that was a task that we were working on last week. That should be done this week. So now you're going to start seeing just the whole onboarding and the flow of people who sign up through Prism. It should just be Prism branded, and then for UpRock would be separate. So that was a good feedback from the Rocketeers and the mods and the community. We're just separating the communications a little bit better, because there are two really different products. Second thing, I think Chris wasn't here. We talked about the crawler a little bit, but we're making really great progress on our web scraper or web crawler. Powered by, specifically, that's going to be optimized and to integrate with AI agents and LLM models and companies who need to be able to plug in their AI products to UpRock network and scale and crawl the internet and get real-time mobile data just like that, and super easy. And so Chris is making a lot of progress there. So I think next week, since he couldn't do it this time, next week we'll spend a lot of time on talking about all the big updates and progress Chris and the team is making on the crawler itself.
Well, that is unless, of course, he's in Budapest.
Yeah, that's exciting. So there you have it. So that's going to be that's a big deal. We're really excited to show you guys that. We want to make the ability for whether you're an individual creator, just person who cares about being able to get superior, amazing insights from the internet, crawl the internet like it's your own database, have like B2B industry level insights for anybody, democratize access to that. And the best way you can do that is the agent that you use, whether it's Gemini or Claude or Grok, whatever agent you use in the future, you need to be able to have that agent tap into a network that is like basically takes the crawling to the next level, like supercharges your agent to crawl the internet. And we are able to do that with the community power through a deepened network more efficiently and more efficiently, that powers the community, rewards the community, than the Web 2A, which is proxies, which is highly inefficient and costs a lot of money. So this is what this deepened network, community power network enables, is like superior web crawling that actually anyone can afford and make it super accessible, where anyone can now actually really get the level of insights that before Deepin, before UpRock, it was just too expensive for the average person to do, and too complicated, too technical too. Yeah. So.
Yep, that's what we're calling that Deepin precision, y'all.
Yeah.
Very exciting. Okay, so demo hopefully next week, or what you were talking about, what Chris will share next week.
Yeah.
And in possibly Budapest, Hungary, because I know we're all hungry for that. So let's see. I think that I think that's I don't know. Gosh, I feel so. Doesn't it feel weird, Jesse? One without Christopher.
I think we're
without the chat, and three without. Yeah, I guess Christopher in the chat. We miss you guys.
I tell you what, Jen, about on X. I'm looking right now. It's still streaming hard. So I know
we're streaming fine. Yeah. It's just that we can't see you guys in.
Yeah. It's a little bummer not to have the comments. So.
Guys, I'm stuck alone in here with him. It's just like that. I miss you guys.
Yeah. All good.
Okay. Well, I think we should probably just wrap it up then. I mean, we're already over at an hour.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, guys. Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining us this week. As always, we love having you every Thursday. We will see you. Is it possible? A new country, their country of the week.
Yep, and thanks again, Lucas. Thanks again, Lucas, for joining in. I know you're probably still watching. Appreciate your time and joining the team. All right, Chris, you couldn't say bye with us. We'll see you guys next week. Let's get back to work. Thanks, everyone.
Bye, guys. Thank you.